welcome to World War G. I'm Troy.
Guys, I want you to meet a really good friend of mine. This is Troy.
I'm AJ.
Your name's just letters. You suck, AJ.
How's your week?
It was pretty solid, filled with a lot of work.
Mine too.
Yeah, but not too shabby. Survived.
Mine was sufficiently less interesting than last week's was.
Really?
Yeah. Mine was pretty boring.
I thought for sure you're gonna be able to top it. I'm like, oh man, let's hear this.
No. It was just get up and go to work and come home, and that was it.
It's crazy. Like as a kid, you wish like for excitement and stuff, and then as an adult, you're just like, I just want a free weekend. I just want to chill.
Yeah.
I just want a peaceful week. Go about my business. Yeah. Priority.
You always want something exciting to happen, and then when exciting things do happen, you're like, this gives me a headache.
Yeah.
I don't like this. Too much excitement.
Speaking of excitement,
Mm-hmm.
Coca-Cola just launched 6 days ago. Coca-Cola Starlight.
Taste the space.
I really want to see what this tastes like. I'd picked up a couple. They had them I think they're exclusively at Walmart.
I found them at Smith's, actually.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Okay. But yeah, they just barely launched this. It's going to be a limited run. So
Taste the space.
0 sugar. Hopefully it has more flavor.
Now, the reason I'm saying that is because it literally says space flavored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to taste space.
Taste the space.
I feel like only Elon Musk has tasted space.
Elon Musk has tasted a lot of things.
It's got that Coca-Cola smell to it, but there's something else.
I smell almost like a coffee smell?
No?
You smell a coffee? No?
It's a sweeter.
Yeah, it's a sweeter smell.
Yeah.
Why does I smell coffee?
My left arm's tingling too.
You smell burnt toast?
It's like they took Coca-Cola and dumped a ton of cotton candy in it.
Yeah.
Right?
I was either thinking that or like maybe a marshmallow or it almost to me has a cereal taste.
Yeah, borderline. Yeah. So this is what space tastes like.
How about that? It's okay.
It's not bad. No.
I wish it wasn't 0 sugar.
Yeah.
I wish it was full sugar.
Right.
If I have the choice between 0 sugar and full sugar, I always go full sugar. Yeah, it's like candy flavored Coke.
Yeah. Like as if they'd taken a piece of candy that was flavored at Coke, and they're like, "Here, try this candy," and that would be exactly what it is.
Yeah,
it has a nice aftertaste.
It's not bad. How long you were looking up? How long has this been out?
6 days. It's 6 days. Came out February 21st.
Okay. Wow. Aren't we on the cutting edge?
Right. I know. Occasionally, it's just like, oh, this came out a couple months ago. No. I was just like, I saw it, bought it, got it.
Or in the case of that Dr. Pepper we had.
Yeah.
Drinking that before anybody else.
Exactly.
It's cool like that.
We had an inside connection.
We did. Okay, so out of 5 Stardusts, 5 stars.
Out of 5 stars, that's pretty easy.
No, right. Yeah.
I think I'm at like a
first time that actually made sense.
Most of the time we have to come up with some like weird ass thing, yeah. But no. I think I'm at like a 2.5. Like it's not bad. I think I wouldn't go out of my way to buy it, but it's pretty pleasant.
I'm
maybe a 3.
I'm in a 1.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because for several reasons. One, I don't like Coke Zero.
Yeah.
So there's that.
And that's what they mixed it with for sure.
Yeah. 2, I'm not a huge fan of bottled Coke, so there's that. And
You prefer it out of the can, the way the good Lord intended it.
if it's Coke, fountain.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Pepsi can?
Pepsi can,
Yeah.
Coke fountain.
Oh, wow. I think there is a YouTube video that we did of this, right?
There is.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it just, and it's really, really sweet. I mean, soda's sweet anyway, but this is like uber sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I don't think I'll get it again, but it's good to try for like the novelty of it.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep, I was a part of history.
So get yourself a bottle so you too can taste the space. All right. Let's get to, that was, by the way, how does it taste?
How does that taste? How does that taste? How does it taste?
I forgot to throw that in there.
We were so excited to try it that we just like jumped the gun.
That's okay. So now let's get to today in geek history.
Look, up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's a plane!
Today in geek history.
In today's climate, I thought I would mix it up a little bit to start with. I've got a couple other things to add in, but this will be kind of interesting. Let's see. So the Vietnam War draft lottery ran from 1969 to 1972. If you were born on February 27th, would your number have been called? So in 69, the number was 205. They were not drafted. In 70, the lottery number, like on February 27th, right? It was, I just thought this was kind of interesting. I don't know. Number 66, they were called and drafted. 71, the number was 217, not drafted. And 72, the number was 186, and they were not drafted. I typically kind of try to steer clear of these because this is more of Troy's thing, but there is one person of note that was born on February 27th, 1902. John Steinbeck, the American novelist.
Yeah.
Notable books: The Grapes of Wrath, Of Mice and Men, East of Eden, and countless more. But it was crazy to me because I was looking at it and I thought for sure The Grapes of Wrath was written before Of Mice and Men, but Of Mice and Men came out 2 years before, back in the 30s.
Oh, okay.
Like in 33. Yeah, I was just like, damn, he was pumping out books left and right. He was like the Stephen King of the 30s. Like, it was ridiculous. There were so many other books that he's written.
He was the Stephen King of the great American novel.
Yes, yeah. And
none of which I've ever read. I've never read any of his books.
Really? Not even Of Mice and Men?
No.
That one, dude, that one's like, I don't know, 120 pages, and we had to read it like in history and a couple of other in English class.
Yeah, I don't know how
some of these books, I'm like, how have you not read that one? I don't know.
I don't know how I escaped it.
Great Gatsby?
Maybe I just kind of...
Moby Dick?
Well...
Frankenstein?
I lived that one.
Constantly chasing a white whale?
In my pants.
Oh, there you
go. No, I think a lot of times I just when it came to the quiz, I just guessed.
So in 1920, the United States rejected the Soviet peace offering as propaganda. In 1939, the Supreme Court outlawed sit-down strikes. 1963, the United
Dang, hippies and their sit-down strikes.
See, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, okay, but sit-down strikes, well, the hippies were more of like the 60s, 70s, right? 70s? Yeah. So like 39, I was trying to think what was going on.
Dang, gangsters. Union workers. Get a job.
63, the Soviet Union says that 10,000 troops will remain in Cuba, I don't know.
Either one.
And in 1988, Debbie Thomas became the first African American to win a medal at the Winter Olympics. I hadn't
Nice.
looked into it, but like I was trying to see for which event. But
Debbie Thomas?
yeah,
You said her name was?
correct. Debi.
Well, let's have a look. Debbie Thomas.
If I had to guess, I would say
Hmm.
downhill.
No.
Oh.
She was a figure skater.
Oh. Okay.
Deborah Janine Thomas is an American figure skater and physician. Oh, she was a doctor, too. She is the 1986 world champion and the 1988 Olympic bronze medalist and two-time U.S. national champion.
Boom.
There you go.
That's pretty legit. That's way cool. So yeah, that's today in geek history.
All right. There was a people who ask, how is Debbie Thomas doing? Apparently, she now lives in a trailer
What?
in Richmond, Virginia, near the Appalachian Mountains, after having to close her medical practice due to bankruptcy.
Oh damn.
Oof. Ouch.
Ugh.
Things did not work out well for Debbie Thomas.
No.
I wonder if she had to pawn her medals. That'd be sad.
That would. Because they are, like, most of them are only gold plated. So
Right.
they're not even worth, like, a ton.
Well, I think if it's an Olympic medal, it might be worth
Something.
$2.
Yeah. A couple. Jeez. Well, man, that's depressing.
Yeah, I wish I would have
It's like-
gone down that rabbit hole.
Where are they now kind of a deal? Like, it's okay when you see a celebrity because you're like, wow, they had like all this fame, but like an athlete that was also a doctor and stuff.
Yeah.
Nah. But there's nothing wrong with living in a trailer.
Hmm. No?
Perhaps it was partially by choice, or she's just like, hey, I want a simpler life. I don't want all this fame.
The way things are going and the prices that things are, I may end up in a trailer. Who knows?
Yeah. Have you ever thought about like the van life?
I have.
Could you ever do that?
Yes, I could.
But what about all of your collectibles?
Well, that's the thing. At this point, I would be giving up so much.
yeah.
Um,
See, I'm thinking like my video games, because most of them, like, yeah, I could go digital, but I prefer the hard copy. And same with like movies and stuff. Like,
there are some vans that are so like tricked out. Like you could have like a full video game system in the back of your van.
yeah, that's true.
Like the Sprinter vans and stuff I drive for work.
Uh-huh.
Like I look in the back, I'm like, I could live back there.
See, my one complaint, and I guess I would have to, like, I could probably fix it, is if I put the stove outside.
Right.
Because I feel like, if you're cooking, like, bacon or onions or anything that's going to, like, that's a little more potent, it's going to make everything in your place smell like
Sure,
that.
yeah.
Dude, I have to, like, sometimes, like, in my place, I open the windows. When I'm cooking, like, onions or, like, I made, like, this vegetable soup the other day, and I was cooking jalapenos, and I threw in some onions and carrots and stuff, and, like, I had to close my bedroom door, my bathroom door, open the windows. Like, I knew it was going to, like, smell, but I didn't want it, like, getting in there because, what was it? Last time that I did that, I left out my jacket.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh god, like it now smells, yeah,
Your jacket
awful.
smelled like onions for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm like, I can't even imagine in that small of a space cooking something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, if you do that, your permanent smell is now bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
It never goes.
No.
out.
See, so I'm like, well, maybe if you cooked it outside, had like a vent kind of a deal, or I'm sure you could trick it out.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
But that does sound pretty damn nice. The open road.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to get some sort of a like computer job online, do whatever.
Yeah, there is that. Or live off of like credit cards or something.
The land.
Yeah, live off the land. Yeah.
Think you could survive off the land?
No.
No?
No.
Not even like finding like berries, vegetables,
Mm-mm.
hunting, fishing? No?
Nope. I'm such a city boy,
Yeah.
city slicker, that I would have no idea what to do. I'd look at grass and be like, can I eat that? I guess I'll eat grass.
Some lemon grass for your tea.
Yeah, like I wouldn't even go that far. I wouldn't
Or
even
you'd
think of
probably
that.
like eat a mushroom that's like
I
poisonous.
probably would.
That's how he died.
Well, no, because I'd never eat mushrooms,
Oh.
regardless.
Or a
Mushrooms
berry.
are the devil's
They're-
food.
Mushrooms are delicious.
Mushrooms.
You don't like shrooms?
Mushrooms can lick my ass.
Like a lot of them do taste like that.
Exactly.
Some of them do taste awful though, but damn it, I feel like I could survive a couple of weeks. Like if it was an apocalyptic situation, yeah, I could totally survive. Like zombies, not a problem, you know, because I could go get like find canned food, you know, kill people, do whatever. But
Yeah.
like just living straight off the land, I'm like, unless I had some like a lot of weapons with me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Make a shelter, make a hut.
See, I couldn't make a shelter.
No?
What? How do you make a shelter?
You didn't read Hatchet back in the day?
No, I did not read Hatchet. I don't even know what that is.
It's a great book. This kid hollows out a fallen down tree and lives in there for a whole year before he gets rescued.
Huh.
Brian's song, like there's a couple others like that he wrote. Yeah.
Aren't you Mr. Well-Read?
I am, dude. I like to read.
Several books you've now mentioned.
It can't help it. I
Well-
get in the book mode.
Well, good for you.
I was even reading this morning.
Well, good for you.
Lottie friggin' da.
I was playing games on my phone. Like a heathen.
No, you
Like
had
a
to.
dumbass.
You had to try out your rev
That's true. That's true.
or your recommendation.
Yeah. No, I've been playing that for a good week now. But anyway. All right. Let's get to then this week in Geek.
This weekend.
Geek.
So, the Batman comes out, premieres here in a couple of days.
Yes.
I'm excited I'm looking forward to it, but at the same time,
Optimistically.
yeah. Hesitantly optimistic.
Oh, there you go.
But after reading this, I don't know. Robert Pattinson has revealed the unusual comics that has inspired his Batman. So, in an interview with EW, Patton revealed some additional comics that inspired his take on the character. Beyond the more obvious fare, he looked to more unusual stories like Batman Shaman, and to a lesser extent, The Man Who Falls, the former responsible for inspiring how Pattinson moved in his suit and helped the actor get a sense of why the GCPD willfully permits a masked vigilante to examine active crime scenes.
Yeah, there's much better ones that he could have picked from.
Read what... Okay, so this is what Pattinson had to say about Batman Shaman. Okay, that story. Brace yourself. It's almost a dream state the whole time. I was like, oh, that hasn't really been touched on. There's a kind of mysticism to it. In other iterations of the suit, because of the way you move, you kind of have to be more like a tank. And in this one, it felt like it was such a shock how smoothly you could move.
Oh my hell.
You kind of end up moving like more of a wraith. There's a scene right in the beginning of the movie where I'm kind of crouching over investigating a dead body, and I really wanted it to feel like a sort of druid. I was trying to play that, trying to think, how can you be a detective when you're wearing this outfit, which is the opposite of a detective? I thought, it's kind of like he's a witch doctor more than anything else.
Oh my.
And the more you get it right, the more the police believe him. So they start letting him into crime scenes and stuff. Okay.
Oh man.
Look,
I feel like I hope that he only did this to make some sort of a story or a splash when he was being interviewed and didn't actually Oh man.
look, Rob, half of your acting is just it being in that suit. Like, there's not much acting when you're in the suit.
Right.
The suit does the acting. But you're overthinking this.
I feel like we're gonna see him step into the shadows, but he's gonna throw his cape over his shoulder.
And he like moves his hands. He goes into the shadows.
Like a druid.
I'm a witch doctor.
Witch doctor out.
Like, oh, okay, Batman. Whatever.
Drop the batarang. Pah, I'm out.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of Nicolas Cage. How when he was preparing for Ghost Rider, he thought of Ghost Rider as like this. He moves like a praying mantis, and I'm like,
You're
it's a guy
overthinking
with
it.
a flaming skull.
Yeah.
Like this is a rich dude in a bat suit. Like just
Right.
use that. And why does he work with the GCPD? Because that's how the writers made him. So relax.
And because Commissioner Gordon relies on Batman because he can do the things that, he can't.
Yeah, regular police officers can't.
Right.
Yeah.
He toes that gray area.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure a lot of police officers in Gotham City would love to tie up people at the crime scene,
Sure, yeah.
Or like punch a villain in order to get some more information out of them, right? But they really can't.
But do that, all of a sudden they get a lawsuit.
Exactly.
Batman does that. Who you gonna sue Batman?
Do you think the GCPD, do they have cameras? Body cams?
Body cams? They should.
Well, I mean, most of the time Batman takes place in more of like the 60s, 70s, right?
It's wishy-washy.
It is.
Yeah.
Like you'll see these mobsters, but then at the same time you'll see like present day technology and like futuristic technology. So you're like, where is this taking place? I guess it just depends on which iteration or who's writing. Yeah. But you would hope they would. At least the newer ones. I'll have to go back and look and just see if in the Dark Knight series they're wearing body cams. They got to be held accountable.
Batman should be wearing a body cam.
That would be cool. That would make for an interesting movie. The body cam. He's got a GoPro he's just wearing, beating the hell out of people.
It'd be like, what was that movie that came out a few years back?
Harry handgun I know which one you're talking about. Where it was like a first person kind of a thing.
View.
Yeah.
We make that be Batman.
Harry. I feel like it's something with an H.
Harry Handgun. I like that. I like that name. That sounds like a 1930s like noir detective.
Dirty Harry Handgun.
The name's Harry Handgun. I solve crimes.
I move like a witch doctor.
I move like a wraith. I'm Harry Handgun.
I really hope that he... Now, man, after hearing this... Okay, because I loved it when they were talking about all of the comics that Heath Ledger read to play the Joker. I'm like, oh, that makes perfect sense. Like, I feel like he should have read Batman Year One, some of these other ones that are more like iconic, especially
Dark Knight
when
Returns.
Yeah. But to go that direction with these really obscure ones, he's like, "Oh, this has never been touched on. Let me do something different with this character."
Yeah,
like,
I could see Robert Pattinson doing that, being like, "I don't want to read like the mainstream comics.
Yeah, what's something?
What's the stories that nobody's done? Where's some obscure stories? In any of them, does he move like a wraith?
I really want to move like a wraith. I didn't get that opportunity in Twilight.
I want to move like a wraith with the thoughts of a witch doctor."
That does sound very Nicolas Cage-esque.
Very Nicolas Cage-esque.
Yeah. Damn it. In here, I came into this episode before it even started. I was just like, man, it's going to be a good one. Batman's coming out. I'm stoked to see it. Now I'm like, So, Tom Holland was fired from a bar while filming Uncharted. So he actually initially Tom Holland went to a bar school, graduated just for this one scene. Like, he went all out, for it. So he graduated. Then he decided to, ask a bartender and, got a job. I think, I don't know. It's not like, I don't think you'd really have to interview I think at first, and then like after reading the article, it kind of talked about like, well, it didn't say anything about this, but I think the bartender was just like, yeah, of course we'd want a celebrity at our bar, you know. But then he's like, oh shit, that there's a ton of people. There's way more people than if it would have just stayed like under the radar, it would have been fine. But word of mouth got out, and everybody and their dog was showing up at this bar, and so he got let go. Let's see. He had this other thing to say. I wonder. It's talking about the bar. He's like, it's a little bit of a rocky relationship at the minute. I've been given a lot of press. I've been giving them a lot of press though, so hopefully they don't keep me shut out. They like legit banned him from this bar. They didn't want him coming back. I do appreciate it when you get like somebody like Keanu Reeves that goes out and trains and learns how to be proficient with guns.
Yeah.
Was it really super necessary for him to get like a bartending job?
No.
Like you could have just done it with like bartending school. Maybe learned a couple of cool little tricks.
Hire a bartender.
Yeah.
Have him show you a few things.
Yeah. I mean, this movie has made a shit ton of money. He's already got that Spider-Man money, that Marvel money. Yeah, I feel like you could just hire somebody to come there.
Have you seen the movie yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that scene in the bar is like what? 2 minutes?
3
max.
Minutes? Yeah.
Max, yeah.
Yeah. And to get a job like that, I don't know.
It's a little much. A little unnecessary.
Maybe perhaps like see what I would have done is that's cool because I really think it would be cool and fun to actually be a bartender.
Sure.
So you go to school, take the class, or even like hire somebody to come there, graduate that class, then you have a party with all your friends and you're like, hey, I'll make you whatever drink you want, like let me know, and just do it something like that. Be like, hey, I'm having a open bar night for me, my family, friends, come on over. Like I'll make you some dirty martinis.
Sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Although a dirty martini, I had one recently. It's not good.
Not good?
No, because dirty is like a neat one is without the olive juice, and a dirty one is with the olive juice. I'm perhaps I need a little bit more flavor. I don't know. Maybe the olive juice will kind of cut the alcohol a little bit. No, it just made it taste nasty. I'm not a huge fan of like green olives, but that shit was awful.
Did you get it professionally made or make it yourself?
Professionally made.
Oh, really?
Yeah. At a bar, I'm just like, I'm gonna get this.
Right.
I'm like shaken, not stirred.
Yeah. I'm sure they get that all the time.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't care.
All right. So, I was afraid this was going to happen eventually. IDW, the comics company, has been doing a lot of cool stuff with the Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Really bringing them, giving them new storylines, bringing in new characters. It's been really cool. It's been some of my favorite comics in the last, 20 years. However, they are bringing back a character that I wish would never, ever, ever return. And that is Venus Di Milo, a.k.a. the turtle with the boobs. So, if you don't know, there was a 1997 live-action show called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. It was awful. It was not good. The costumes were cheap. The writing was terrible. It sucked. And apparently, to try and get maybe more of a female viewership, they introduced a new female turtle named Venus Di Milo. I knew she was female because she had breasts.
Right.
Which, why does a turtle need breasts?
Yeah, a really interesting choice there.
Turtles don't feed their young that way, but whatever.
Yeah.
Let's sexualize a turtle. And IDW is bringing her back.
Was she a snapping turtle?
No.
Box turtle?
I think they're all box turtles, aren't they, really?
I think so, yeah.
I think so.
They're not sea turtles.
No. Well, now IDW is bringing Venus back with the revival in the finale of the current arc of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ongoing series. March 19's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 127, with a subsequent spotlight in IDW's TMNT Free Comic Book Day release. According to IDW's announcement, the TMNT will discover Venus in the laboratory of the mysterious Dr. Barlow. And judging by the TMNT series, artist Pablo Tuneca's cover for TMNT 127, Barlow's experiments with grafting new body parts onto mutants may be where Venus's new origins lie.
Perhaps they'll do something similar to what they did with like Space Jam, and they'll kind of revamp it and make her less sexy, less sexualized. Are they just going to do it by just the yellow bandana?
No, there already is a yellow. The Jenica.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, what was hers?
She was light blue.
Okay.
Which also bugged me because you had Leonardo who was blue, and she was light blue. There are hundreds of other colors. Whatever. Anyway, so the cover depicts her like with different body parts separated by these wires and everything. So what it could be is she might be part turtle, part cybernetic type of a hybrid.
Yeah.
Which if they go that turn, that might be kind of cool, kind of interesting, but
more of a cyborg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But honestly, there's no reason to bring this character back. I was really, really hoping this character just stayed dead, but no such luck. No such luck.
So I'd found on Nerdist this list, and I had to bring it up. It's which is the funniest MCU movie of all time. I'll quickly run down the list. I was just going to do top 10, but we got the time. We can do whatever we want.
Sure,
it's our podcast.
Absolutely.
Number 27, Captain America: Winter Soldier. It's not really a funny film.
It is not.
But it's one of the best.
It is.
Right?
Absolutely
Yeah. It's top 5 for sure. 26, The Incredible Hulk. Another not so funny film.
No.
25, Captain America: The First Avenger.
Mm-hmm.
24, Eternals. Mm-hmm. I feel like Eternals should have been like lower down. I know that, but I guess it's got a couple of...
Eternals is unintentionally funny.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
23, The Dark World.
Thor. Yeah.
Yep. 22, Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
That one had some comedic beats in it, especially when you get to see a younger Nick Fury.
I think they all have some comedic beats.
True.
Yeah.
21, Iron Man 2.
Okay.
20, Black Widow.
Sure.
19, Doctor Strange.
Right.
See, yeah, that one really wasn't all that funny, especially the first one. He was very serious, and like he spent a large portion of the movie like just getting his abilities, and he was still kind of a serious doctor, taking his practice,
Yeah, again, there were some funny beats, like when he was taking the books from the library, and Wong was listening to Beyonce, I think, on a headphone.
Yeah.
Like, is this my mantra? It's like, no, it's the Wi-Fi password. Like, there were some funny beats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
18, Thor. 17, Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Okay.
16, Shang-Chi.
All right.
15, The Avengers. See, I thought with The Avengers, there were some good beats.
I thought Avengers would be higher on the list.
Same here, yeah. Especially with like Loki.
Yeah.
Right? Playing a big role. You know that scene where he's getting smashed back and forth?
Yeah. Or when he touches his little pokey stick to Iron Man's chest and nothing happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, well, performance issues,
14, Iron Man 3.
Mm-hmm.
13, Black Panther.
Okay.
12, Spider-Man: No Way Home.
All right.
11, Civil War. See, I thought that one was pretty funny, especially when they're actually battling. Like, it was cool, and then also, like, they throw in Spider-Man, and he made it a little bit more enjoyable.
Was Civil War funny? I don't remember many funny beats in Civil War.
Where he's just like, whoa, like, hey, like, we're BFFs, we're friends. Oh, hey, hey, Mr. Stark.
I guess that's true.
Spider-Man made it a little bit more enjoyable, but yeah, I think it could have been a little bit lower on the list, and I would have been fine with that. Now that we're into the top 10, let's get your opinion on
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Number 10, Ant-Man.
Okay, yeah. Ant-Man just lends itself to humor because it's a guy that shrinks. So, I mean,
Yeah, that and
shrinking is funny.
Paul Rudd.
That's what I tell the GF all the time.
Paul Rudd,
and
like,
Paul Rudd.
he's a comedian.
You're not going to cast Paul Rudd and not have it be funny.
Yeah, both those guys, they played well off of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9, Iron Man. See, I thought Ant-Man would have been a little bit higher, but okay. Number 9, Iron Man.
Okay.
Number 8, Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. It's been a long time since I've seen Far From Home. I need to watch that again.
Same. Especially after seeing the newest one. It's just like, oh, I kind of want to go back and check these other ones out.
I think he and Jake Gyllenhaal had good chemistry together.
Yes. Yeah.
And Nick Fury had some pretty good lines in that, and yeah. Anytime you get Peter and Ned and MJ, like you're gonna get some funny beats.
Number 7, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Cool. Okay.
See, yeah. I'll agree with this, but I feel like this was a little bit more lower brow, kind of potty joke humor in this one.
Yeah.
With some of the moments.
Yeah. Again,
they were trying to go over the top. They were trying to like one up themselves from what they did last time.
I remember when that movie came out, like you were lukewarm on it.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Like it was like a week or so.
Yeah, I think I liked it better than you did.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
6, Avengers: Infinity War.
Okay. All right.
I think you'd think watching half the MCU heroes fade, into dust wouldn't be as funny, but
yeah, you'd think. But with Tony Stark,
but when you start considering how often you laugh during the most, with the crossovers and everything else, like especially the Guardians of the Galaxy. With Thor, Doctor Strange, Tony Stark. There was
a lot of funny moments.
There really were.
About it. Yeah, but with Doctor Strange and Tony and Peter, and that dynamic was really funny. And
yeah,
okay, all right.
5, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Okay.
4, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 4.
Volume 2.
Volume 2. Avengers Endgame.
I think go back to Guardians of the Galaxy. I think Baby Groot had a lot to do with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
He was a lot of him and Rocket were a lot of the comedic. What do you call that? Comedic relief.
Yes.
Yeah.
Number 3, Avengers Endgame.
Yeah. Woo! That was a laugh riot. Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
I kind of like that one. I wouldn't have thought there's plenty of other ones that I would have thought would be a little bit higher.
Yeah, I mean, with like America's Ass.
Mm-hmm.
With Scott Lang coming back as a baby.
Yeah.
Those are some pretty laugh out loud moments. Okay, I'll give you that.
Number 2, Guardians of the Galaxy.
That was more comedy than anything else.
It was. The whole entire movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I would call it more of a comedy movie than
an action movie.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
And number 1, Thor Ragnarok.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thor Ragnarok is very funny.
Yes. Which, it was surprising because we had gone in, from some of the trailers, we're like, okay, this is going to be kind of cool. They're taking place in another planet, and we're going to see some interesting things.
Yeah.
But I wasn't expecting it to be as funny as it was.
Mm-hmm. I mean, had Korg, and he was really funny, and
Thor knocked it out of the park.
Then Thor, yeah.
That's my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was such an interesting turn for Thor, too, because Thor 1 and 2, he was very serious.
Yes, very diplomatic,
mm-hmm.
As a leader.
Yeah, but then in Ragnarok, he took very more of a comedic beat.
Yes.
And when he yelled when he was screaming right before his hair got cut, and I need to watch that again.
Same.
I need to watch all these again.
Right? Just even going through the list, I'm just like, I need to watch these. Yeah.
It's like, I haven't seen Ant-Man.
They're all on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's true. So, it's true. Maybe I'll spend the next few days watching them. But probably not. All right. So there was just recently a rare Pokemon card that sold for a record-breaking number. Let's see. So it's a day that ends in Y. That means another Pokemon fan has spent a whole lot of money on a small piece of cardboard. Thank you, Nerdist, for your quippy dialogue.
Yes.
Or as they probably prefer to call it, a rare and expensive Pokemon card. And once again, they've set a record with their purchase. There's now a new champion in the battle arena for the world's most expensive Pokemon card. A hard-to-find Pikachu Illustrator card smashed the previous record. It went in auction for an Eternatus size, god damn it, Nerdist, size $900,000.
Damn. I thought there were like Charizard cards that were at $1 million, but I don't think they actually went at auction for that price. Is that it?
That might be it. That might be it. I'm not really sure. Yeah.
Because I swear that one that like I don't know if it was just the hype around it, but Logan Paul had that $1 million, or at least he was saying it was $1 million
Was
card.
that fake?
No, the cards that he got, he spent like $3 million on like a shit ton of Pokemon cards that were just like fake, but that was just kind of a, I don't know, gimmick that he was doing. But the card that he wore around for his like boxing fight, they valued it at $1 million. I don't know if somebody like rated it.
I hate Logan Paul.
Same.
I wish bad things for Logan Paul. But yeah, $900,000.
Let him fight Mike Tyson. I am totally for that.
Sure.
Right? Get his ass beat.
Let him fight a grizzly bear.
Yes.
While he's covered in honey.
Go all Jackass style.
Let's do that. And why wasn't he in Jackass?
Yeah.
Why wasn't he getting like firecrackers lodged in his ass and stuff? Or whatever they did. I don't know. I never saw it.
So, one final story here. Stephen King's Boogeyman is coming to Hulu. Literally dozens of Stephen King stories and novels have been turned into movies, TV shows, and even into franchises like the Children of the Corn franchise. But none have been made in the 50 years that it's been out of the Boogeyman. Which first was published back in 1973.
Okay.
So Hulu has picked up the rights. They've already started. They've already greenlit it and started filming. And I don't know how I feel about this, because like it would be one thing if it was up on the big screen, but for Hulu to kind of undertake this project, yeah, they might be able to throw a lot of money at it, but I feel like it's going to be. It's one step under a film that actually makes it to the theater. They do a great job, and there have been like some good like Netflix originals and Hulu originals, and like I feel like Hulu does a fantastic job with their original TV shows. But as far as movies go, I feel like they're just like trying to follow in Netflix's footsteps, and I don't know.
I think it might be okay. I think going this way, they'll probably able to take their time more and get it right.
They will probably also have more creative say in the process, right? Rather than it being like some big corporation that's just like, no, hey, you got to do it this direction. We need this.
Yeah.
So the story follows a 16-year-old and her younger sister, still reeling from the death of their mother, who was targeted by a supernatural boogeyman after their father, a psychologist, has an encounter with the desperate patient in their house. Okay. So yeah, brings in this patient. Their mom's already dead. Okay, so this does have potential, and I will be like looking forward to it. But
I mean, it's Stephen King.
Yeah.
So he's batting about a 500.
Yeah. Pet Sematary was pretty decent.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. It was kind of messed up ending.
Well, there is that. And that's, I mean, the It movies.
Yeah, I liked
Well, the
about
first
50.
one.
I liked 50% of it
Yeah.
of those movies.
Um,
The second one, I thought they nailed the casting, and I thought some of
Oh,
the
yeah.
moments were a little bit more scary, but how they end up killing, Pennywise, yeah.
pretty much with the power of friendship.
Yeah. Well, they went all Guardians of the Galaxy on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, this doesn't follow the trend of Stephen King films where the first two halves will be good, but that last part will suck.
Yeah.
The ending will suck.
Right.
Like the book Under the Dome,
Yes. Yeah.
which I dedicated hours and hours to, only to discover that it was aliens the whole time. Like, motherfucker.
That's a cop out.
That is such a cop out.
And I don't even know, I would like to give him the benefit of the doubt, but he's pumped out a lot of books that I'm not even sure if he might have a ghostwriter or two, right?
Maybe literally Stephen King.
Right?
He's literally writing with ghosts. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I think most of the big authors do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of sounds like me. Yeah, put it out.
Yeah. Yeah, like him, Tom Clancy, what's some other authors? You're the reader. What's some other authors?
No, I love this. It was great.
No, hang on. I don't know. Danielle Steele. She's still writing books. J.K. Rowling.
She wrote a Christmas book, that pig one.
I don't know. That's literally all the authors.
But yeah, I'm sure a lot of them do.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see what they do with this. I feel like it's just going to be some. I was really excited for the Swamp Thing, that TV show.
Yeah.
Watched the first couple of episodes. I'm like, this is trash.
Yeah.
And that's as far as I got with it.
So, just FYI, our wings are being prepared.
Okay.
Yeah, but over the DLC, we're gonna do Truth or Dab. So if you want to click over to DLC after the episode, if you're subscribed to us, if you've seen Hot Ones, that's and the Last Dab. That's what we're doing here. And we thought instead of just doing it straight, we're going to use chicken wings like they do on the show.
So we don't die.
So they're being prepared as we speak.
Aw, yeah.
So look forward to that. But for now, let's get to our Revs and Rex.
So one of the films that I saw, and it was mainly because some of my coworkers kept talking about it. I saw the newest Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Netflix. This follows a bunch of influencers who are looking for a breath of fresh air in Texas.
Influencers? Ugh.
Yeah, so they basically go to this podunk town out in the middle of nowhere, and it takes they do have roots to the city in Texas. They have family, and there's a whole story with that.
Yeah.
But they go to this small town, and they're like, yeah, we're basically going to auction it all off, and this is going to be a chance for all these people to buy their own little place and to kind of make a rose in the desert, to say, right?
Okay.
So they everybody's cleared out of this town except for a dude that owns a kind of like a service station and then an orphanage where there's this woman is a woman who's got a son.
Okay.
Who you can kind of tell where this is going.
Yes, I can.
Yeah. She gets kicked out, and her son goes along with her, and all hell breaks loose.
Sure.
And they do not shy away from killing people at all. Okay, so there's one to give you a small taste of it. one person does get, like, the first person that gets killed, his arm gets broken, and then his arm gets jabbed back into his throat.
Oh.
So there's that. There's also, okay. I liked this movie for what it was. I took it for what it was, but at the same time, there were some stupid ass people. Like this woman that actually, okay, so he gets on this bus, and there's a shit ton of people, and they're all holding up their phones, and they're just like, "Hey, if you do anything, like, we'll like put you, you know." Yeah.
I'm live streaming right now.
Yeah. Yep. Literally, like, quite literally, and they get this shit like beat out of them and killed, and people are dying left and right. But if he would have, like, a couple of people, if they would have just played dead, they would have been perfectly fine because he wasn't all that bright. But this one chick, she gets past him, and then rather than like running out the door of the bus, she tries to go for a window and gets chopped in half. And it was cheesy and stupid, but it was also somewhat enjoyable.
And those are halves hanging by intestines.
Yeah.
Outside and inside the bus. That's
Yeah.
what I would have done.
Out of 5 leather faces, I'm at like a 2, just because I kind of like enjoyed some parts of it.
Okay.
But it's definitely gory and not for the faint of heart.
All right. Fair enough. So I have a recommendation.
Yes.
The mobile game Marvel Future Revolution. Marvel Future Revolution is Marvel's first open-world action RPG mobile game. As members of the quote-unquote Omega Flight team, players will work together to battle an onslaught of supervillains, confront their nefarious behaviors, and defend the universe. Publisher Netmarble, developer. So, I've actually been looking for a game like this, because most of Marvel's games, they're like a turn-based RPG, or like a one-on-one fighting game, stuff like that. But I was looking for something like this, where it's more of an open world. And apparently this just came out. The initial release date was August 25th, 2021. So it's only been out for like 6 months. But some of the cool things about this is when you first download it and start, you can choose what hero you're going to be. Now you can go back and play as other heroes, but like you can choose who's going to be like your lead hero.
Who did you end up choosing?
Well, I'll give you the options here. So you can choose between. Give me 1 second here. There we go. Captain America, Spider-Man, Magic. She's from the X-Men. Captain Marvel, or Black Widow.
Okay.
Now, there are other characters you can unlock.
Did you go with Spider-Man?
No, I went with Captain America.
Captain America. That was my other choice. I'm like, it's either one of those two guys.
And you, like I said, you can unlock other characters, but you have to buy a hero slot token.
With cash or with like having upgrades? In-game currency?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did that, and I bought Iron Man. There's also other characters you can unlock is Doctor Strange, Storm, and Star-Lord.
Dang.
Yeah, so those are the characters you can play.
You can unlock them, but you only get to play with so many of them at a time.
You only get to play with one at a time.
Gotcha.
But I mean, you can stop any time and choose another character, and
right.
Yeah. But the cool thing about this, some of the cool features are you level up really quickly. Really quickly.
Have you maxed out any characters?
Not yet. I'm close to Captain America.
What does it go up to?
I don't know, but I'm at level 41.
Okay. I would imagine like 50.
And my power is over 100,000.
Oh, damn. All right.
108,000. But the other cool thing is you can combine different outfits, different costumes.
Yeah.
So there's different masks, different torso costumes, gloves,
So you
boots.
can kind of mix and match.
Yeah, depending on and you can auto select. So depending on which which mask you have, it has the most power behind it. Will give you the most power. You can automatically choose that one
by default.
Mm-hmm.
So you pretty much okay.
So that's how my Captain America looks.
Oh damn!
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking.
That is way cool looking.
And that's my Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So you see his head and gloves are different
than the rest of his body. Yeah.
Because I haven't. And the others I haven't quite maxed up yet. Iron Man, he's at level 27.
He looks pretty legit.
Yeah, he looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. The graphics are really good. Like, the cutscenes are just as good as, I'd say, maybe not like PS5 level, but at least like PS4.
I was going to say with that Captain America, he kind of looks like that Japanese war mask.
Yeah.
Right?
Is what it does.
Kind of like. It's like some of these other ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And
it's like those samurai masks. Yeah.
So, and that's the other thing. There's so much replayability. Like, you can go back to different stages and do all these side missions.
For a mobile game, they went all out.
They went all out. Let's see. Those are just all the masks I have for Captain America.
Oh wow, you got 20 plus.
Yeah, I have a ton.
Yeah.
And that's I have 23 out of 122.
Dang.
Yeah. And it's the same with the torsos and the gloves and the boots and the shield and yeah.
One more time, what's the name of this game?
Marvel Future Revolution.
Okay.
Yeah. And like I said, it's really easy to level up. A lot of the times I'll just put it on autoplay and just let it go. But yeah, you see a lot of different characters throughout the Marvel Universe. You interact with a lot of people like Daredevil, Punisher, Moon Knight, Hank Pym, Vision, Rocket Raccoon. I mean, just a ton of characters.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really fun. It's really fun to play. So yeah, if you like Marvel, you like RPGs, open world, I would definitely suggest getting it's for both Android and iOS, so and it's totally free to play. And I haven't put any money into the game at all.
Really? Okay.
And I've been able to really level up and yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm not even close to maxing out here because there are some just at this little community hub. I see there's one guy that's level 120. Let's see, 120, 120. So maybe 120 is the max.
Dang.
Yeah.
Got a ways to go.
Yeah. There's a level 104.
You're 1/3 of the way there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'll get there. So yeah, there you go.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm downloading it as we speak.
It's fun. So out of 5,
masks.
What do I pick? Yeah, we can do masks. I'm probably a 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I've really been enjoying it. It's really been a lot of fun. Like I said, you have the option to either do autoplay where it just goes, or you can, play it yourself if you want. If you're more hands-on type of gamer. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I'll have to check it out. One last thing that I did get. Well, I was kind of looking for a new show to watch on some of these streaming services. And then I'm like, oh, hey, wait, I've got a new season of another show that I need to go back and finish. Spaceforce. Spaceforce was decent. The first season, it had some pretty funny moments.
Spaceforce!
But it was all right. This is the TV show starring Steve Carell, John Malkovich, Jimmy Yang, Lisa Kudrow.
Created by the guy who created The Office, right? Greg
Correct.
Daniels?
Yeah. This is basically Steve Carell. He's in charge of Spaceforce, the newest division in the military. You know, you've got the Air Force, you've got the military, you've got Spaceforce.
Taste the Space Force.
Unfortunately,
it's a real thing.
In the second season, they kind of, well, they've already gone to the moon, and now they're kind of dealing with the ramifications and everything out. They're also dealing with like budget cuts, and it's a pretty quick and easy show to watch. There's about like 6 or 7 episodes. It was pretty funny. I actually found myself enjoying the second season a little bit more than the first season.
Okay.
I thought they developed the characters really well, and they left it off on a huge cliffhanger. So there's for sure going to be a third season. I looked into it, and yeah, it's coming on out. Out of 5 craters, out of 5 asteroids, I'm going with, I think, a 3.5. Yeah, it was worth a watch.
Okay. All right.
So there you have it. If you haven't already seen the first season, like each episode's like 20-something minutes, so it's pretty quick to binge. You need something for a weekend.
I think they were kind of hoping like this would be like the next Office,
right?
Because it was the creator and he got Steve Carell again, but
they do deal with like somebody that hacks into their system, and there's some very funny reminiscent stories of Office, or you kind of was getting like Office vibes from it, from this one scene in particular. That's pretty funny.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. If you like to listen to all of our episodes and all of our DLCs, particularly this week, you might want to sign up for our DLC.
Yes.
You can head to patreon.com/WorldWarG. If you want to listen to just our episodes only, you can go to worldwarg.podbean.com. On social media, we're at facebook.com/WorldWarG podcast. If you want to find our merchandise to buy some stuff, put us on your body. Easiest way to do that is just go to your search bar, type in World War G, and hit shopping. You'll find our stuff there. You can also email us anytime,
day or night,
at worldwargpod@gmail.com. So this has been World War G. That has been AJ.
That has been Troy.
And one more time,
taste the space. Almost a new.
All right, wait, one more time. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Taste the space.
There we go. Nailed it.